Our most recognizable asset is the Mastercard brand mark, but just as visually distinctive are our brand circles. Brand circles help us to create ownable designs that unify our communications and help us to stand out in the world. We've created 6 circle configurations for Mastercard. Let's take a closer look at brand circle F. This configuration is comprised of 1 circle and 2 transparent bands. Through the interplay of these elements, brand circle F brings a sense of acceleration and energy. The circle is always a key line, and the width and opacity of the 2 bands has a fixed ratio. They can be scaled to fit the format, but the width ratio is fixed and does not change. Brand circle F is a powerful and dynamic configuration with lots of flexibility and works extremely well in combination with full bleed imagery. Use the keyline circle to draw the viewer to the focal point of the image. The configuration can be used vertically or horizontally, depending on the format. Where appropriate, the circle can interact with the image by playfully weaving in and out. Brand circle F naturally adds layers over a full bleed image, which can be helpful when we need a more neutral base on which to apply typography and other elements. This configuration brings a sense of energy to static shots. The transparent layers and keyline circle add depth to our layouts and transform a stock image and headline into a powerful Mastercard story. Brand circle F can be flipped horizontally or vertically, and where the format allows, the keyline circle can move, but it must always touch one of the transparent bands and at least one edge of the available area. When you're working with brand circle F, the bands are in a fixed ratio to ensure consistency across touch points. Don't mix the direction of the transparent bands within one composition. If the configuration is vertical, both bands must be placed vertically. The same applies for horizontal compositions. The transparent bands should always use the neutral canvas color palette. Choose the best tint that matches the tonality of the image. Don't alter the position of the circle. The circle must never be cropped or float around within the space. Don't use the circle as a holding device for imagery or as a solid graphic. And don't scale the circle smaller, as it can easily get lost in the layout. We don't want anyone to recreate brand circles from scratch, as each has been specially built using precise proportions that must stay consistent. So we've provided a library of artworks that give you a range of aspect ratios and correct crop versions to work with. All assets are available on the Design Center to ultimately make your life easier. Visit the Design Center for everything you need to get started.